What's up, guys? Mambo Mike here. I know a lot of you guys have this problem. You're stressed, you're low in energy, you're always tired. No matter how much sleep you get, it's not enough. You feel like life is just overwhelming you. So one of the things we have to look at is how much resistance do you have to life? Do you fight what is? Do you have difficulty accepting where you are? Do you feel like you're always swimming against the current? And so these are some of the things that you have to think about, because if you're working too hard and you're going against the flow, no matter what you do, it's going to be more difficult, right? Because you're just in a state of mind where you expect things to be difficult. Everything's always a struggle. And by your belief, you start to create a reality which mirrors your struggle. So I encourage you to check out my other video about acceptance and resistance. So some of the things that you can do to sort of counter that is, for starters, nutrition. So poor nutrition means you're not getting the energy that you need from the food. And not only that, but you're also going to get a lot more of the bad stuff that comes from the bad food. So you're going to start to accumulate toxins. You're going to have spikes and dips in the blood sugar. And it does all kinds of things to your body. Increases inflammation, increases your likelihood of illness. So, the toxins can be not only physical, but it's also environmental. So the things you consume, whether it be toxins in your water or in your food, but also with your work environment. So if you're in a toxic work environment, if you're in a toxic relationship, all these things can start to wear on you and drain you. So if you find yourself working too hard, you can't work harder, because obviously you're drained because you're working too hard as is, right? So by working harder, you're going to only drain yourself more. So you got to just remind yourself that more is not better. You have to learn how to work efficiently. So whatever it is that you're doing, you have to work in a way that's going to be effective for your life. So that might mean that you have to cut out certain things. You might have to prioritize. You can check out my other video about prioritizing your life. So, if you understand law of attraction, the idea is that the more you think about why life is hard and why things are a struggle and why things shouldn't be, the more you sort of beat your head against the wall. It's like it mirrors a time when some of us were a child and we had a temper tantrum, right? So we feel like if we get mad enough, if we push enough, eventually we'll get our way. But it really doesn't work that way, because the harder you push, if you're going against the grain or going against the current, the more the waves and the water beat you up, right? So if you learn how to go with the stream, it flows easily. If you go against it, it's always going to be a struggle. So the other important thing to remember is rest. So if you're overworked and you're overthinking and you're overstressed, it's going to make it very difficult for you to get enough rest, because you're just working too hard. You're just constantly draining yourself. So it's important to remember to sort of recover and restore yourself. So find time to give yourself relief and to replenish the energy that you're expending. All right. And the other thing is suppress emotions. So if you're having a lot of unresolved emotions that you're trying to suppress, and you're trying to numb it, and you're trying to escape it by doing other things, it wears on you. That's very stagnant energy that's a part of you. Even if you don't acknowledge it at the moment, it's taking its toll on you. To carry that extra baggage around is going to weigh you down. So that's going to make it more difficult for you to accomplish anything that you want to accomplish. And if you don't resolve that stagnation in your body, it's going to manifest into some serious illness or other issue in your life. So one thing I recommend that would be helpful is to meditate. So you can check out my other video on beginner meditation. Meditation is just basically helping you to increase your awareness of yourself and your habits and your tendencies. And by doing that, hopefully that'll give you some space to reevaluate where you are in your life and what things you can adjust to improve your situation. So the bottom line really is if you're working too hard, you're overly stressed, you're doing too much, then you know that's not working for you, right? So you can't continue doing that very thing that got you in this position in the first place. So the only way you can get out of that loop is you have to find a little relief. You have to eliminate some things that you don't need to do and start cultivating some energy instead of just draining your energy. All right, so hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching.